always in our minds, the stress, the problems. It doesn't matter exactly where you are. Like many people tell us, oh, you are so lucky, you are living the dream, you're a kitesurf instructor. But I say it's the same head wherever you go, and it's kind of the mindset, you know, you need to keep yourself like up and motivated for anything, because you can get bored anything. Even like I'm working 9 months of the year for teaching people how to kite surf, and it's sometimes, you know, like, and when we work we don't have holiday, and sometimes it's also hard to keep the motivation. But as soon as I just go in the water with a student, or when I kite myself, you know, it's just brings me up again. It just brings me back. Luckily, you know, after a while, like 2014, I just moved here, and somehow I was always living in a place where it was next to the sea or ocean, and then it just became my life. In 2014, I met with kitesurfing, and it's just always therapy, you know, like I was originally born in Istanbul, but I grew up always in the island. Every summertime, every holiday time. So since I don't know how long, I was always in the water. And there's an island in the east-north part of Turkey named Gökçeada. It's in the Aegean Sea, north part of the Aegean Sea. So literally, I have this moment, like, for a long time, especially I remember in Istanbul, whenever I was depressed or stressed, it was always, there was this moment, like, you go in the water until the knee and you start feeling the water, and then you just dive in, and it's just, you know, all your body is just surrounded by the water, and you open your eyes, and it's just, you know, that moment, it's just all a little bit dark, but mostly blue. So I always kept reminding myself that moment, and it was my kind of like that freedom I had. So wherever I was, it didn't matter. When I closed my eyes, just imagining that time, that, you know, moment, it was always, you know, in my head, and that, I think that always kept me connected to the water somehow. And then it was, I even have a tattoo of when you put a shell. I also always had a shell in my room, and like when you put it in your ear, you always hear the waves. I wouldn't choose to live somewhere even far away from the sea. And even I used to live in Greece, like my home was just, you know, next to the sea, and I could just wake up with the waves, hearing the waves, and it was amazing. So as I said, if I have to live somewhere far away from the sea, again, it would be just next to a lake or something. Actually, it is the sound of the wave, but also it's the touch in the skin. It always balances your energy in the body, you know. It doesn't matter what you have, like you can have negative feeling in the body, but as soon as I feel I'm in the water, I am just like grounded again. Like for me, where I feel grounded is actually in the water. It's much different because like you have to know how to swim for kite surfing, but literally you are always above the water and you are connected to something else, which is the kite. So it's like by using the kite, I mean, you have also the connection with the air too. I mean, you can just, you know, go as much high you want, as high as you want, and you are just sliding over the water, and it's just, you know, it's also a nice feeling. If you crash, you know, you will crash in the water. But yeah, it's really beautiful. I had a crash, I mean, from like 3 meters. I had a free fall. I was not so good back then, like my first year. I was trying a trick, and yeah, I had a free fall from almost a 3 meter to, you know, directly to my ear, and I thought, you know, I lost my ear. But after a couple of weeks it was like, okay, but I never hurt or broke something. Like, but the thing is, I am also careful. In Ayaka, what we have is, it's, you know, thermal wind, so it's always softer. It's not as aggressive as somewhere else, and like, yeah, that's why you don't do a really big crash or something. But oh, I was in Cape Town once. Yeah, I was teaching there for 3 months. And that was like, ocean is, it's wild. It's different. I mean, you literally know in the sea, you know, that there's life going on. There's something else is inside. I always tell my students also, because some of them, they're afraid of the sea, you know, is there anything on the ground that I can step on or something? I always tell them, look, this is someone else's world. The water is, you know, we are also guests there. So, and in the ocean, you really feel a lot that you're a guest in the ocean, because in Cape Town, you know, it was, you know, there are the the great sharks and seals and dolphins, and above there you really see, but I think it's the wildest part, like Australia. I mean, Cape Town is pretty much the same, you know, so you know you always have to watch out, and you always a little bit, you are nervous. You feel like whoever I talk to, everyone says, like, every day before you go to the water you always feel a little bit nervous, because you also don't know what might happen. When I see, it was my first time also, like, seeing, you know, ocean in Cape Town when I first arrived there, and I was like, okay, this is a little bit something different than sea, you know. Like, you feel more that something else going on there. Just watch out. We always, I believe, like most of us, we have the feeling we go there just for holiday, and we see how dirty it is, but we just come back to our countries. But I love when people are so much aware of things, and when we were there also, we did some, you know, cleaning the beach, like especially even the teaching area, because it's, especially, have you been to Vela Island? It's you know, the whole, like, if you go to the other side of the island, it's full of plastics, and it's coming from the open ocean. So it's, you know, it's the rubbish of the world. It just ends up in that island, and it was really like sad to see that stuff. And we you know, we always tried to do last year cleaning, and just go over there with the people, and, you know, just rubbish bags and stuff, but still, you know, it's the open ocean. It's gonna just continue coming back there. And also in Vietnam, it was the same. You just, you know, I was just with a motorbike traveling during the coast side. I went there also for kite surfing, and the kite surf spots, it's a little bit also remote places, and in Vietnam it was the same. So when you are traveling with the motorbike, you see an amazing beach, amazing coast side, and it's just, there's no one, but it's like 2 meters line of rubbish. So it was really sad to see that as well, and the kite spot as well. And the good thing was that, you know, we talked with the guy also in Vietnam. We were in Phan Rang, and like, they are really doing stuff. They wanna, it doesn't matter what is the motivation. Like, sometimes they wanna clean it just for the people, because it wouldn't be nice the people come there and see, you know, like, a dirty area. But still, I think that way people will be just more aware of stuff, because in Sri Lanka also people didn't know. They don't know, like, that if they throw the rubbish, the plastic on the nature, like to the nature, they don't know what's happening. So it's, yeah.